One. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another lovely, wonderful, amazing episode of Three on Our Podcast. One of us is not here right now, but he'll be surely joining. I have Evan and Mercury, and we have another guest, a returning guest indeed. My boy, my brother, Deshawn, man.
Thank you. Thank you. It's good to be here, man.
Great,
Always a
great.
pleasure.
Oh, man, always a pleasure to talk to you, my guy. So, let's just start it off real quick. Me and Evan was kind of polluting this before we got on. NFL Week 1.
There was a lot of craziness, y'all.
Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles for going 1-0. Jalen Hurts season, Devontae Smith season. That's all I gotta say. Darian, I know he's sick. He's not here to hear it. Actually, no, it's a good thing he's not here to hear this because I know you don't want to hear it. But yep, let's get it out the way. When you edit this shit, yep. Shout out to the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Okay, Liz, I don't mean to sound like a hater when I say this, but I'm still not sold on y'all. And I feel like a big reason I say that is because I knew the Falcons were not going to be good either. I was one of like
the defense,
five people that knew Atlanta was not going to be good. I mean, he is no scrub. Kyle Trask, I mean, not Trask, sorry. Kyle Pitts is going to be really good too, but the Eagles are not a good team. I mean, not the Eagles, the Falcons are not a good team.
Yeah, their secondary is trash. But, Jalen Hurts. But guess what, though? We all had questions about Jalen Hurts. But guess what? Jalen Hurts did what a quarterback was supposed to do. And he picked apart the defense. And he went in there and he looked like a QB. Devontae Smith, Heisman winner. He went in there, got a touchdown reception. Jalen Rager got a touchdown reception. Our young talent, Jalen Hurts finally has weapons. And he's showing what he can do when he has weapons. And I'm happy to see it. And we just have to – he can only get better from here, honestly, because we can't get any worse from last season going – for like 11-1, and Jalen Hurts is finally showing what he can do when he's like a full, fresh starter in a full year. And honestly, we're finally seeing something positive. Everyone had questions week 1, but that's impressive to see what he did week 1 with all the, like doubts. He really like he was like one of the best young QBs. Technically, he's not a rookie though, but honestly, he was like one of the best like young QBs, sophomore QBs we saw week 1. And I was just happy to see it as an Eagles fan, something positive for like a long time going, Yeah, something we haven't seen in a long time. So we just had to celebrate for that. Man. But shout out to Dak Prescott too, though. He did his thing. Cowboys fans sick. But yeah.
Nah, I actually don't think they're that mad because the Cowboys did way better than I thought they would.
Oh, of course.
They provide above expectations.
Dak Prescott getting paid all that money.
Way better.
To. Yeah, Zeke Elliott.
But
he kind of played lab, but hey,
no. We not gonna blame Zeke for that. We not gonna blame Zeke for that because how exactly is that his fault? That wasn't nobody giving him the ball. How is that his fault?
You're right. They refuse to give Zeke at least 20 rushes a game. Zeke Elliott needs at least 20 rushes a game. Honestly,
the offense was Mike McCarthy being Mike McCarthy. We not blaming Zeke for that.
I think Mike McCarthy still thought he was in Green Bay, honestly. The amount of times he passed the ball 56 times. And then on top of that, they had a question about his shoulder. His name nothing look wrong with his shoulder to me. Dak Prescott's shoulder looked perfectly fine. Man, but he did his thing, though. Of course, questionable call at the end of the game with Prescott went, whether it was a push off or not. It could have went either way. They were both hand biting. The defender kind of sort of like tried to sell it anyway. So, hey, the Patriots came back. It came down who had not Patriots, but the Bucks came back. Came down to who had the ball last, and yeah, they won the game. But the Cowboys, they do look like one of the best teams in the division. They are like the best team in the division right now, but being realistic, honestly.
And honestly, I'm saying even though we lost, don't count out Washington football team yet. Because I mean, when you think about it, Justin Herbert had an amazing day on Sunday. Y'all
knew he was going to cook. I was like,
he was cooking. I'm not even.
Yeah, because like we know non-casual fans know Justin Herbert is like that.
He was cooking, but after all of that, the Chargers only scored 20 points.
Exactly. It is a Chargers.
After all of that, the Chargers only scored 20 points, and the whole kill is they only put together one real good drive, and it was the first drive of the game.
So and they were struggling for real though.
So it's like you saw at least somewhat of an adjustment by Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio on that defense, and you saw like there was two red zone turnovers. Although I'm not gonna hold you. that the thing they called a fumble was not no damn fumble. I'm not even gonna hold you on that one.
It was a questionable call.
It was not. That was not no damn fumble.
There was a lot of questionable calls week 1, but oh my.
Yeah, it was. Like how
calls.
Antonio Gibson got his face mask grabbed twice and the refs ain't saying nothing.
Because I was looking at the Eagles game and of course the Washington game at the same time, you know, because I was switching back and forth between, you know, Eagles and yeah, it was some weird stuff. But honestly, y'all really should have won that game though. Kind of sick y'all lost, but yeah, I'm happy y'all lost.
I mean, no.
I'm happy y'all lost, but y'all should have won. Y'all should have won.
Wrong. Where we went wrong? Why on God's green earth did Ron Rivera not go for it on 4th and 7? We could have made that.
Playing scared, man.
Like, bro, Taylor Heineke was moving the ball. We could have made that.
Honestly, no, I would kept saying if y'all started.
Because it's like, bro, 4th and 7, just throw to Logan Thomas. Like Logan Thomas, J.D. McKissick screen out the backfield, like low crossing route, Cam Sims. Like there was so many options.
I kept saying, bro, y'all started Taylor Heineke in the game.
Why did
y'all
we
started
punt?
Taylor Heineke?
And then notice how we never got the. And then notice how we never got the ball back after that. Notice how we never got the ball back after that point.
Always comes down like, y'all started Taylor Heineke in the game, y'all would have won, and Ryan Fitzpatrick went down. That's unfortunate for him, but he wasn't playing all that good anyway before he went down. Really,
the thing is, they game planned. They game planned for Ryan Fitzpatrick. They did not game plan for Heineke. The thing is, the Giants are going to game plan for Heineke tomorrow. Although I don't think that means he's gonna like get completely shut down or anything like that.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, y'all do play tomorrow. That's right. And y'all play at FedEx Field. That's gonna be interesting. Loki wanna. Yeah, that's right.
But like another quarterback I want to shout out from week 1. They was ready to tear this man down, tear this man apart. They was ready to come after this man hard, but he still persevered in the face of adversity. I'm talking about Tua Tagovailoa.
On the Dolphins. What was his? Honestly, I didn't pay attention to his numbers. Like, what was his stat? What was his?
I mean, he personally didn't have like. He didn't have a bad game, but he also didn't have a good game. It was mediocre. He was really just, not mediocre. Not mediocre. He was more like a game manager. He had 202 yards.
That's not too bad.
That's solid. That's solid.
202 exactly. Shout out to DC for that.
You already know.
And then, bro, because y'all know, if the Dolphins would have lost that game for whatever reason, they would have been coming after Tua sideways. They would have been talking about this man
because he's always been taking like contract because like he's been the biggest. All these Alabama prospects, been like having big questions like Tua, Jalen Hurts, what's the receivers and everything like Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith, but I don't know if Jalen Waddle even did all that good last game. Like really with the Dolphins game, like
wait, you said Waddle?
He'll probably develop. Yeah, I don't even know how many receptions he had last game.
All right, Waddle had 4 catches for 61 yards and a touchdown.
That's not bad.
And a touchdown.
That's good. Jalen Waddle looking good then. Proving himself. Bro, if you're a rookie getting a TD reception in a game like in this week against in the NFL, then that's pretty good, honestly. All of these receivers and QBs are pretty much proving themselves. We've seen Trey Lance get a touchdown pass, showing that right now in SportsCenter as I talk. And we've seen Justin Fields, honestly, he should have been in the game. I don't know what the Bears are doing.
They
Justin
only let
Fields
the man
in the
throw
fucking
2
game.
passes, bro.
Put Justin Fields in the fucking game. I'm not even a Chicago. I feel for the Chicago fans, bro. And this is the Eagles fan. I understand. Put Justin Fields in a game. Like, come on, bro. Matt Nagy's not using his head, bro. Like, come on. Andy Dalton stunk up the joint, bro. And Justin Fields went in there, did perfect, and you take him out the game. That made no sense. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what I don't kill about this is the Bears play the Bengals next week. Speaking of the Bengals, Minnesota, y'all should be an
easy win.
Yeah, no. I'm getting to that. Speaking of the Bengals, Minnesota, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, Minnesota. But
listen, Evan. We're not gonna cross over the Minnesota Timberwolves shit talk.
No. We're not talking about the Timberwolves.
I know. We're not.
You're talking about Mr. Primetime Cousins, Mr. Primetime Cousins, man.
It wasn't even
Mr. Monday Night Cousins.
It wasn't even a primetime game, but like, bro.
Bears
play the Bengals this week. Bears play the Bengals this week.
And that should be an easy win.
If Andy Dalton plays that game, the Bears lose. they lose if Andy Dalton plays. I'm
Justin
telling you right
Fields
now.
in, he makes plays, he gets the ball down the field. If the Bears offense flows, they win because the Bears, their defense is pretty good. If the offense flows, they win. Simple as that. Come on, Chicago. They're a quarterback away from being an actual like good team. I hate to admit it though, from coming from an Eagles fan, but yeah, they're really a good solid QB away, dual threat QB away from being probably a contending team. Honestly, if you ask me, they have the weapons. They just need. You have Justin Fields. Andy Dalton is out of his prime. Literally, is out of his prime. We've seen that. Put Justin Fields in. He's a first round draft pick for a reason. He should. I'm surprised he even went to number 11. Like I said before, I think he's one of the best QBs, and that was in the this year's draft. But hey, if you passed up on Justin Fields, I think you fumbled the bag. Give this man some reps. Just like we've seen Jalen Hurts get reps. Give this man some professional reps in a real game and watch he's going to ball out.
And then
I don't like that.
Since we still on the week 1 topic, we got to talk about the Ravens-Raiders game, man.
I was saving myself for that, bro.
We have to talk
that
about
game was so. I was like,
bro,
Darian, and Sanford. What's going on, my man's bio, bro? We was at Buffalo Wild Wings for that joint. That shit was crazy. All I gotta say, that was literally a Madden game.
Bro,
all I gotta say, Madden.
That basically the fourth quarter of that
game
and overtime was just madness, bro. Just craziness. I'm just like, because what's so funny, bro? Marco even tested this, right? We were all ready to leave because we all kind of knew where the game was swinging anyway. You know, Baltimore, we had to leave. We held on until the fourth quarter, and we just let freaking Las Vegas come back. We just let the Raiders just come back. Like I was literally looking at Lamar, I was like, bro, come on now. You were doing such good for the first 3 quarters. And
wait. Are we talking the fourth quarter? That is not Lamar's fault.
No, I'm not going for it. No. I know it's not his fault. I was just about to say it's not fully his fault because they were ready. They were game planning for him, bro.
No, because let's talk about that fourth quarter. The Ravens had 3 different leads in the third
quarter.
Bro. Lamar Jackson got the Ravens the lead 2 different times in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And Baltimore just couldn't hold on. So that
my boy.
That fourth quarter is not on Lamar Jackson.
It's not on him at all. I'm not.
That is 100% on the Ravens defense. And really, you don't see that too much out of Baltimore. And
you don't. You don't see the defense kind of fall apart like that. It was rare to see. Like I was sitting there watching. I was like.
And that was just a rare mistake by Lamar Jackson too. Honestly, that sack for from that was just a costly mistake. That was unfortunate. It happened. Good defensive play. Good defensive play by the Raiders. That's all I got to say. That happens with Lamar. He balled out, but that was just happened at the most unfortunate time. And Zay Jones just got open, like I said, like a Madden 22 character, and they won the game. The next touchdown won the game, and that's how it ended, man. You can't fault Lamar.
Before we continue, this man entered the video chat and he looked like he's ready to just say something. So,
also speaking of video, so we talking about week 1 and just talking about teams, winning and stuff, and the Eagles just happened just to do the damn thing. But we already got to that. The audience already heard that. But
sorry, this man's first, but he's like,
we already got to the Cowboys too. We didn't need to hear that either.
All right, so I got a few things. Number 1, what's good, Deshawn? Good seeing you again, bro. Number 2, Mark, nobody cares. Number 3,
everybody cares. And the sportsman's been talking about it all day. I just saw Jalen Hurts. I
just have one thing to say. I just have one thing to say.
Hey,
we don't care.
I gave that Prescott his credit though. Hey, I didn't shit talk the Cowboys though. I asked if I wasn't shit talking the Cowboys the whole time. I was talking good about Dak Prescott, me and Evan. So we have
he actually was kind of giving
the
first time ever.
But on a more serious note, I'm proud of my Cowboys. I was not mad I was mad after it happened because I really thought that was a fucking push off. But it's one of those things where it's like when you're watching an NBA game and they've kind of been letting the players play as the last 2 minutes is a very close game. And you're going to get mad if a dude goes to the bucket and he gets some type of contact and the ref calls a bullshit foul that they weren't calling in the first quarter. So that's kind of how I saw it as time went on. That's why I'm so happy that this podcast is on a Wednesday, because if it was on Friday, or Monday, my take would be a bit different. But I have like 4 or 5 takeaways from this week 1, which was a great week 1.
Oh yeah, it was a good start this season. I think we even
Absolutely
said this. It was
great.
For
amazing.
sure.
Football's back, baby.
Number 1, and I kind of want to put an asterisk next to it. Number 1, this Cowboys team is going to be good. The NFC, I don't even want to predict the NFC East because I really don't, because the Cowboys just lost Lyle Collins, and DeMarcus Lawrence literally just broke his foot today.
Yeah, I was just about to say that was unfortunate move. That's why I wasn't really talking shit, because I'm like, damn, bro.
He's probably going to be out for about a month. We probably won't see him until late October, early November, if we're lucky.
Could be much worse though.
What I do want to say is our offensive line without Zach Martin looked amazing, and it only just makes me even more excited to see our offensive line with Zach Martin when he comes back on Sunday. So I want to say the Cowboys are good. Our defense is better, but the defense is not enough to get us to make a deep playoff run. So I think our defense is good enough for us to win the East, but I think maybe like a wild card win or like a wild card win is probably like all we'll probably get, which for me, that's fine. Second thing, Mark's Eagles, Jalen Hurts looked good. Devontae Smith, I saw him catch that first touchdown. Their defense played lights out. However, they did this against the Falcons, whose defense is trash, whose offensive line is trash, whose team is just trash in general. However, the Eagles went out there, they handled business. Jalen Hurts looked good. He looked like the Jalen Hurts that we saw in his first 2-3 starts of last season. So I like that. I even went on Twitter and I said that number 1, the Eagles will suck, but they won't suck as bad as we think they were going to suck. Because people was talking about how the Eagles were going to have a top 5 pick. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they would be like at worst top 10, like 9, 10-ish, and probably at best mid first round, like kind of where the Cowboys and Giants were, will probably be where the Eagles will be. So I think they're going to be like they're young. So when you have a young team like that with a young nucleus, like what they have, you're not really going to be that good right off the bat. So with that, I think they'll be one of those teams that's going to be fun to watch. They're going to beat some good teams, and they're just going to be fun to watch. Third takeaway is Kyler Murray is illegal. That man should not be allowed to play football. What that man did against the Tennessee Titans is a straight up illegal. He's something off of Madden. He can't be stopped. He won't be stopped. He's fucking my size out here throwing like he's Aaron Rodgers, tap dancing around like the late great Gregory Hines, as Stephen A. always says. Like the man was just throwing darts off his back foot, and to sit here and he has 2 number 1 receivers in AJ Green and DeAndre Hopkins. I still think DeAndre Hopkins is the best receiver in football. Say what you want about Stephon Diggs. Say what you want about Julio Jones. Say what you want about Devontae Adams or even DK Metcalf or even Amari Cooper. DeAndre Hopkins is the best receiver in football. They also have, so on top of DeAndre Hopkins and AJ Green, they also have Christian Kirk and Andy Isabella, who are 2 burners in the slot. Think of Julian Edelman and Danny Amendola on crack. That's basically what those 2 are. And then on the defensive side, they still have Tyrann Mathieu, Buda Baker, as well as J.J. Watt and Chris Jones. And Chris Jones had 5 sacks on Ryan Tannehill. I don't know what that says
Chandler
about
Jones, but yeah.
Chandler Jones. Thank you. What the fuck was I talking about? Chris Jones. Whatever. But anyways, he's still a
Kansas
Jones.
City. He's also a dog too.
Oh yeah. Either way, he's still a Jones. I'm gonna still put on for my Joneses. But Chandler Jones had 5 sacks. I don't know what that says about him or what that says about the Titans offensive line, which Taylor Lewan, who was mainly the one that was supposed to block Chandler. He was the one that kept getting beat. He even went on social media and took the blame for it. And he basically took it on the chin, which I absolutely respect. But hold on one second. Yeah, Chandler Jones had 5 sacks in a game. That doesn't really happen. What is he on pace for, like 85 sacks or something like that, which isn't really gonna happen. But so there's that. The other one is I think the Bengals are gonna be sneaky good. Joe Burrow, as long as he doesn't get killed, I think the Bengals.
I addressed this earlier, and the Vikings showed Timberwolf tendencies in Cincinnati.
The Vikings, I'm telling you, the Vikings remind me of the Pacers, where they have the talent to be good enough to win the conference.
Like their record is there's no reason they should be that bad.
Yeah, like they have the talent, but they just don't produce.
And I wouldn't even say that. That's not even really the Pacers. The Pacers, they're just simply, when it comes to just the hierarchy of the NBA, they're just not up there. Like they're not even like the second rate, the B tier team. They're a C tier team.
Yeah, and that's basically what the Vikings are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's I was just going after your example. I was like, that's not a good example to say that.
But
you're good.
But the Bengals are going to be. I think the Bengals are going to be pretty good. Like they're not. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. They're not going to get into the wild card. But I knew you was going to do that too.
You got to set yourself up for that one, bro.
But I think they're gonna be like how I said the Eagles were. They're gonna suck, but they're not gonna suck the way we think they're gonna suck. Like they're gonna suck in the sense of they're a young team. They're kind of trying to figure it out and get it together. And then, when they add on more pieces and their players develop. And I think they also have to piece up that offensive line. Also, they need an indoor practice facility too, because they're the only team that doesn't have one. Then they'll be back to being, like contenders. So outside of the Bengals, the Browns are who we thought they were. The Browns are who we thought they were. The Browns basically did what the Cowboys did which is they had the game in their grasp, but just little stupid, silly mistakes is what cost them the game. And there just so happened to be a GOAT on the other side that said, hold my beer. I'm about to go win us this football game, since obviously you don't want it bad enough. That's basically what Tom Brady and Pat Mahomes said. And then also, Russell Wilson did not miss a beat. Russell Wilson was balling. And all I gotta say is what Russell Wilson did to the Indianapolis Colts is exactly what happens when you let Russ cook. Also, the Washington football team and the New York Giants are in deep shit, and that's it.
Not really. I'm not seeing that.
Ooh.
Giants, yeah, but I'm not seeing that for us.
Football team, I don't know. Ron Fitzpatrick,
I mean, that's not the death blow because like we're deep at quarterback, but the whole kill is that was probably one of the worst defensive games that we're gonna play this season, and we only gave up 20 points. And you got to remember, only 2 touchdowns. One of them was on a short field. The Chargers started with the 1st and goal. So like LA only put together one like legit good drive against Washington, and that was in the first drive of the game.
But what I like about Washington is I kind of like those. I don't want to say sloppy football games, but I kind of like those like what the fuck type of 16-20 type games. You know, where it's just like, what are we watching? It's like half Showtime and half just butt ugly.
This man Darian loves Bizarre World.
And it's like,
I like football games.
No. I understand what he's saying.
I understand
Bro,
what you're saying, though.
We got to talk about that Terry McLaurin catch, because every time I see that catch, I keep thinking that it's an interception. I keep thinking dude just picked that.
I'm telling you, that's not going to happen 100 times. That's only going to happen one out of 100 times.
It looks similar to that CD Lamb catch from last year.
Every other time there's an INT, I'm with you.
INT or incompletion.
It looks similar to that CD Lamb catch from last year. He just like fell back, just trusting himself to fall back, just let his hands do the work. That's kind of wild. But
no, I'm saying the ball went straight through the defender.
Yeah, like the ball went through his hands.
Through his hands.
Oh, that's what you talk about. Yeah, still tough right there, but yeah, he do it in tight coverage. I mean, hey, that was just like pure luck, honestly.
Also, the Steelers defense is top 3.
Gotta give credit where it's due.
They got some dogs.
Held them down to 16 points. So made the Bills. Made Josh Allen look kind of like weak. I got to give it to them. They shut Josh Allen down week 1. They didn't. I want to say they broke him, but they definitely shut Josh Allen down. You know,
he's not broken. He'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the Bills are still going to cook this season. The Steelers, I guess we didn't give their. I guess people were kind of sort of sleeping on their defense coming into the season. And I mean, it's still offense is still sort of at question. Honestly, I'm still not sold on the Steelers. I still don't think they're winning the AFC North. I still got Baltimore winning it. Be realistic. They still like have the projection of winning. Honestly,
Baltimore's not winning that division.
You don't think so?
No.
Even me as a Ravens fan,
they don't have any weapons. If the Raiders play Lamar like the way the Raiders did, imagine what Cleveland, Kansas City, and Pittsburgh will do to them. They're not winning that division. Because I saw a stat that said Jalen Hurts has more 300-yard games in 5 starts than Lamar Jackson does in 35 starts.
Wow.
Which means, and I was saying it on Monday to Bio, but that nigga don't want to listen to nothing. So I was saying it about love you, bro.
Yeah, we know he listening. Love you, man.
Well, Lamar, I don't know if it's because I don't want to say he's scared to. Lamar does not throw the ball past 20 yards. He did get that one completion to Mark Andrews. I think it was like in the middle of the third or fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of just like just letting it fly, I'm not trusting Lamar. I'm not trusting Lamar Jackson. If I want to beat the Ravens, I'm getting in an all-out, flat, old-school shootout. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And Lamar Jackson's throwing form is kind of weird, though. I've been pointing that out a couple seasons ago. Really, he's been a rookie. When I noticed that his rookie year, I'm just like, okay, he's a rookie. That's kind of, he'll probably develop a different throwing form. But nope, he's had that same kind of weird street ball like throwing form, like throwback football like throwing form. It's kind of weird. And to see him go deep, yeah, I understand. Like his accuracy to throw deep is unquestioned. Now he can throw some tight passes. Don't get me wrong. Like as far as like throwing darts, like we seen him do that. We've seen it that game as well. It's like his accuracy, just like throwing like you say under 20 yards, at least 20 yards, he can do that though. But like going in a shootout, like when he has to do a Hail Mary or something like that, throwing it downfield, we didn't see it that game. And honestly, that's another reason why I think he got sacked. He got sacked for a fumble. He was being too hesitant, and that's why he got sacked and strip sacked for a fumble. He was being way too hesitant, too much time in the pocket. He just didn't simply run away, or he didn't get it, throw the ball. And that's a really a good point, honestly.
Yeah, and
So
also
yeah, that is a
kudos,
question.
and also kudos to the Raiders defensive line and that bad man that is Max Crosby. Um, they kind of like bottled him up in the pocket. They didn't really give him any lanes to run. I mean, he did break out a couple, but you know, they kind of kept him bottled in and made him a pocket passer, which I remember him saying like about a year or so ago that he does want to work on being more of a pocket passer and standing in that pocket like he's Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and just letting him go.
Right. I mean, honestly, once you have that pocket, once you like get your pocket like game down as a QB, it's really like your game really opens up. Honestly, once you can like actually have time in the pocket, that just opens up your weapons so you can actually like make a play and just move the chains. But like with the Ravens, I still think they're gonna still be somewhat good because Rashard Bateman he has to get healthy. They still got Marquise Jackson. Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown. He balled out. We saw what he could do. Um, who else? They have a Sammy Watkins. He balled out. Mark Andrews. So, and the running backs, the backup running backs, unfortunately, they have a lot of injuries. That's another reason why they're also in question. But the backup running backs weren't looking too bad either. So we still have to see.
They
So we still
weren't.
have to wait and see. I
And
mean,
yeah, it's week one.
it,
So look,
it ain't too bad. Like I said, the rate put it like this though. Like it's so funny because like Sports Center, they were like talking about this. Someone asked, are the Raiders good? They just started laughing. I mean, honestly, yeah, the Raiders. No, let's be real. They're not. They're not going to be good though. That's not like that's a bit overreaction to say the Raiders are good though. Yeah, no, they're not. But shout out to them for that win. Got to give credit where it's due though. That game really could have gone either way, honestly. Like, yeah.
all right. Okay. So Cassandra stepped away for a minute. So this is like the question that I wanted to ask y'all. That Bio brought up when we was at Buffalo Wild Wings. So what are two teams that you hate the most? And you cannot say the Cowboys or the Patriots because we all know that y'all universally hate both of those teams.
That I universally hate the most, and I can't say Cowboys.
Can't say Cowboys. You can't.
All right.
You can't say Patriots.
So I'm gonna say
Are they NFL teams or just any team?
just any team.
Any
so
team.
I'm gonna say the Eagles and the Braves.
Wait, the Braves?
The Braves, yeah.
Wow.
That actually kind of shocked me.
I mean, part of it is because like they've been like rivals with my Nats like on the field for like a decade. And another part is because their fans are just insufferable, man. They are just annoying.
So basically, they're Cowboys fans, like Cowboys fans.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay, that makes sense. It's okay though. I hate Cowboys fans too. So it's fine. Go ahead, Mark.
All right, I say this. Teams I hate outside of those two teams. Let's see. I can't stand the Steelers at all. Steelers, and I would say the Yankees, of course. Lord,
Evan,
Yankees,
do us the honors.
Stickers.
There we go. I love it.
Shoot. I can't really say I've truly genuinely hated this just like an NBA team, honestly. You know,
Oh no,
like when it comes to NBA teams, really it's just certain fans of certain players. Like I can't stand LeBron fans, honestly. Yeah. LeBron fans, I'm sorry, they're toxic. I just can't.
them bronze sexuals got issues, man. I don't know what's good with them.
Yeah, bro, they're different. Like I can understand why people say what to say about LeBron. It's just like his fans, they just make him look bad. Yeah, I can't stand them.
Bro.
But Yankees, I can't stand them for a reason. And honestly, I was looking at this documentary 30 for 30 talking about the Yankees and and the Mets called Once Upon a Time in Queens. And it's just like, wow, these New York fans, they were pretty like bad from day one. They really right before like of course the MLB franchises really were established, of course got stability and everything. These fans were crazy over these games. They showed true passions for these sports teams and really brought the town out. And it's like almost like a religion to them, like a drug to them. Like the team won, the city won, like they were all night. It's just show. It was just wild, man. But honestly, the fans were just like toxic, bro. It just showed like also just
Really,
how
that's
bad they were when the players lose, and just I'm just like really, bro, and how racist like the fans were. I'm just like, dang, man, being a black player back then, yeah, that's some tough skin. And this was like in the '80s, honestly, though. And like this was not too long ago, so no surprise though, New York.
I
But
will
yeah, I
also
can't
say
stand the
this.
Yankees. They're just
It
like
does.
too bougie. Yankees.
It doesn't surprise me because the three most aggravating fan bases are Boston, Philly, and New York. Not in that order, but they're all ignorant.
You gotta chill on Boston, man. What?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
And
Hey,
also
hey.
for New
Hold on, wait. I can't. You know, I'm a Red Sox fan, but all them other teams, it can't.
What do you mean by that?
All right, Drewski.
Hey yo.
But nah, like, well, number one, everyone knows that majority of the fans in Boston are just racist. That's like the biggest thing.
That's a hit or miss, man. That's a hit or miss. That's really it. The hockey team, I could assume they are racist. The football team, it's been documented that they're racist. Basketball team, it's kind of like the crock pot. It's not so much racism, you know? That's kind of like
Baseball
the
team.
name Celtics is literally mispronounced.
Celtic.
Does that make it racist? That's kind of like a reach.
I don't think that's racist, but
ignorant, yes, but not necessarily
it's
racist.
more ignorant than anything.
yeah, for sure.
But you wanna chime in though?
Like, because honestly, I'm with you on them horrible sports fans, like the sports fan bases. And with New York, honestly, just like Boston with racism, with New York, it's a sense of entitlement. Because they really feel like since they're the biggest market, like since they're the biggest city in America, like they're the biggest market, that they just deserve everything. They deserve all the best players. They deserve all the championships, all the nice things. They feel like, and they feel like everybody else is beneath them. And mind you,
Yep.
the last New York team to win a championship was the Giants way back in 2011. So since then, it ain't been too many New York teams that have actually done anything, but they still feel entitled. And matter of fact, look at Knicks fans every offseason. Couple years ago, they thought they was getting Zion. They thought they was getting Kyrie Irving. They thought they was getting Kevin Durant. Like they really think New York is still the number one destination for every free agent, regardless of sport. And recent history shows that that's just not the case.
Yeah, and I would like to say also, like, the Knicks sat here and threw a fucking parade after winning a playoff game. So, but I'm gonna list off my teams. The Washington football team, and I think like my hatred with the Washington football team is literally like the epitome of hate is taught, because I was raised to hate the Redskins. So that's just how it is. And plus everything else that goes on with that organization. I love the fans though. And I actually like Washington fans, but I just don't like.
Bro, half the time I can't stand these dudes. Half the time I can't stand the fans.
Yeah, so you're with me in hating your own fan base, you know? So
like,
you know,
you hate them for a different reason. You hate them because they're arrogant. I hate them because they're so damn knee-jerk about everything, dog. Just listen to how they talk about Chase Young. Like, this man, to set the stage, this man is the 2020 Defensive Rookie of the Year. First Rookie of the Year that we have had since RG3. And Lord, God only knows when we're going to get another Rookie of the Year. It might be another 8-9 years before that happens again. But yet we still got people up here talking like they just don't want him, like as if we should have taken Justin Herbert. And really, Chase Young fit our needs better at the time.
Exactly.
But you can't tell that. You
Don't need
can't tell
that
that to
pass
them.
rushers.
Because at the
The
time, y'all still
casuals
had a
don't
healthy
realize that pass
Alex
rushing is
Smith,
very
right?
important.
Yeah, we still had a
Mm-hmm.
healthy. We had a healthy Alex Smith, and mind you, in 2019, we had damn near the worst defense in the league, and that defense got us the #2 overall pick. Chase Young, the best defender in the draft, is sitting right there, and y'all wanted us to just say, "Nah, we're just gonna get a quarterback instead." What?
Exactly.
What?
But
I would have
yeah,
went with the same mistake the Bengals made by not getting an offensive lineman and they swooped, but dropped the bag on him. But
well, the Bengals just want Joe Burrow to die. That's what
And
they
that
want.
will haunt them. They still got 16 more weeks. That will come back to bite them.
But so it's the Washington football team, and we all know I can't stand them damn Clippers, man. You want
Clipper Pat.
you want to talk about Knicks fans feeling entitled? Clippers fans think that since they like made it to the second round and that they got two good players, that they're automatically just above the Lakers in terms of like the best team in LA. Granted, I'm not from LA, but think that they're just above the Lakers, and I'm just like, bro, stop it. We got 17 banners hanging up, and y'all, and they're so damn petty, and they have literally nothing to show for what they have done over the last, how long have they been in the league? What, like 40, 50 years? That all they do is they cover up the Lakers banners with pictures of their current players. And if that's not the saddest thing that I'd ever seen in my life, all those teams that play in the Staples Center have championship banners. The Sparks, the Kings, the Lakers. The Clippers ain't got shit. I think that's hilarious to me. But yeah, so my two teams I just can't stand. I could have said the Yankees, but really I hate the Yankees, but I don't hate the Yankees as much as I hate the Clippers and the football team. Plus, I like the Yankees lineup. They're probably the scariest, most underperforming lineup in baseball. But it is what it is. But and Sanford's still not back yet. So
wait, I don't think Mark gave his.
Yeah, he said the Steelers and the Yankees.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, Bron fans, yeah.
Oh yeah, we all hate Bron sexuals. But okay. So what is a young up-and-coming athlete in any sport that we have not heard of, but you know, and you would like the world to know who this person is, and you just want to give them their flowers now?
All right, so y'all gonna know the name Joshua Pryor. Like he is a defensive lineman at Bowie State, and I've called this game this past weekend, and dude was just balling out, and he's been an absolute terror in the backfield for Bowie State, on the defensive line for Bowie State for about 3 years now, and he's the name to watch in the NFL draft whenever he goes in there. Like, dude is a beast.
All right. Oh yeah. By the way, how was it calling the game at Bowie State, bro?
It was amazing. Like, it was absolutely amazing. Like, everything about it just felt like it was a long time coming. You know, I just put the headset back on. I said the open, and there were about 5 or 6 points in that game where it was just chills running down my spine. And then I stopped and realized I'm the one talking.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Especially, you said what?
You commentated that whole game?
Yep.
Hey, salute to you, man. Congratulations. That was incredible then.
Most definitely.
Sir, the official voice, man. Yeah, that's also, it's good you
funny,
mentioned
while
the
you were
HBCU
talking,
athlete, man.
While you were talking this entire time, I was like, yo, this guy needs to be on like Sports Center, like First Take, for real. And lo and behold, look at you, like already on that path. Like, salute to you, my guy, for real. That's amazing.
Thank you,
We've been calling it, man. Yeah, that's cool. You mentioned the HBCU athlete. You went that route though. Yeah, shout out to Bowie State. You know, I'm alumni from there. Definitely going to be like at the homecoming too. And I know Evan's going to be on that call for like the homecoming game, October. That weekend of October 2nd.
October 2nd.
For sure.
Yes.
Yup. Already took off of work for that. For you already know, I'm gonna be back. Be back. Finally get to be back at Bowie State through this pandemic. But
we linking up. I'm gonna find enough time where I can like come find y'all at the stadium.
Oh, of course, that let out. Oh, of course, the let out was going to be lit. That's another subject. But yeah, of course. But yeah.
Oh no, yeah, definitely. It's gonna be popping this year. For sure.
Yeah, we're gonna be up.
Oh yeah, I'm back, man.
But my athlete for the young upcoming athlete. Now, some people probably heard of him, but if you're like really not really a deep basketball fan, you're not going to heard of him. But he's still very young, and he's not even in like college yet.
No, exactly.
But Mikey Williams though. Mikey Williams, I say give him his credit right now. He's going to be a dog. Like, we talk about how like, Zion was like bro good in high school. We saw like tapes of him like from his freshman year and everything. We saw like LaMelo Ball hitting half-court shots. Mikey Williams though, I've been keeping up with him, especially his show. He actually has his own show already. He does. I think it's called like Life of Mike or something like Life of Mikey Williams, something like that though. But it comes on Snapchat and he balls out. He also balls out against like just like the top like other top high school prospects in the country. He literally already has players like LeBron coming out to his games, like just like celebrities coming out to his games and everything. Mikey Williams, he's going to be a problem. He's already getting offers, just from like schools and everything. And I can see it right now. He has that passion. He has even that swagger to him and that demeanor where like he wants to be the best. And even like with his social life and everything, because that show really goes to like what he does off the court and everything. He still does extra time to the court. He even sacrificed, his own kind of like he's still kind of sort of a kid, his own teenage time, just to like get better at his game. And I see it with him too. And he can definitely like drop like hella buckets. So Mikey Williams is definitely somebody you should pay attention to. Like only 17 years old, like shoot, he's already like balling out. I see it with him already like breaking high school records, honestly, in the nation. So pay it, like stay focused on him. Like in the next 5 years. How old is he now? Yeah, in the next probably like 4 or 5 years, someone's been hearing about his name in the NBA draft. I can see him be like when they're going in the first round for sure.
Not even 4 or 5. Mikey, let me see. You got to remember, it's 2021.
Yeah, you know what? They get drafted so early,
be 2 years. Bro. 2 years, bro.
Yeah, Mikey Williams,
2 years, bro.
He don't need the NBA. I keep forgetting. He don't need to go to college these days. Mikey Williams, bro. He don't need to go to college route.
Wait. Mikey 17? I thought he was younger than Bronny.
No. Bronny's younger. Bronny's the younger one.
Oh,
Bronny's younger. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He only like 15.
That's why I was like, hold up. Why did this man Mark said 2? Bro, 2 years. Yeah. Mikey's gonna be in the draft, bro.
I forgot. Yeah,
2 years, bro.
Young,
because it's gonna be Mikey in 2023. 2024 is gonna be Bronny.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna be in the NBA together, bro. And you already had good games against Bronny. Now, actually, no, him and Bronny won the same team. Actually,
yeah, they were all at on the same Sierra Canyon. Did they both go? Didn't they both go there?
No, I think it was
they're on the same AAU team or something like that. It was one of those.
Something like that. There was some tournament and like LeBron was there, and they were both like,
Blue Chips. Yeah, that's the AAU team. That's the AAU team. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was like, I knew it had to be because I was mixing up. Mikey was Zaire Wade. Zaire Wade was
Mikey Williams. He went against Mike Williams went against Zaire Wade. He played a good game. That was a good matchup between them two.
That was a good matchup.
Yep. Bro, I love how we're just seeing like young. It's crazy how like we're just seeing the upcoming talent, like the generation. Like we already see like the next generation now in the NBA, and now we're seeing just like players that are not even like on a college level yet, just already coming up. So hey, for the next 20 years, we're seeing good talent. Like, but Mikey Williams though, pay attention to him.
My young talent for basketball is another young basketball phenom, but all the 2K heads gonna love me for this one. And Darren, you're gonna get a crack out of this one. Imani Bates.
Oh yeah.
Imani Bates, man. That kid's gonna be a monster.
You just stole my freaking person. I literally just asked my friend to say, look up where they was playing at, and yeah, that's Imani Bates, bro. He's a dog.
Imani Bates is a dog, man. That man is nasty. Lengthy. He already got the NBA size. You just got to get the body together. He already got the shooting touch, man. It's just bouncing up on the little stuff, man. He's going to be a monster. Like, if you're going to ever compare a player to KD, there's 2 players I've seen you can actually compare to him. Brandon Ingram, who's already in the league, and Imani Bates. They're the only 2 players. Like, all these, like, anyone that's 6'10" is slanky is not KD, bro. It's more than just being slanky. It's the smoothness, it's the footwork, it's the shooting touch. It's a lot more than just the
The only
frame,
person I
man.
see that is Brandon Ingram. That's
Yeah,
the
Brandon Ingram,
closest.
but if you watch Monty Bates,
The
I'm telling
closest.
you,
Yup.
if you watch Monty Bates, bro, I'm telling you, you're gonna say he's a young KD. Go ahead and look at some Monty Bates highlights. He's a young KD.
Only
He's
him
a
and
big-
Bi. He only compared to KD. Yeah.
So
All right,
that's
all right,
my
so,
young phenom.
all right, so let me put mine out. All right. So I don't know if y'all have heard of her, but because I kind of mentioned her like a little bit. I think the last time I seen you, Sanford. Her name is Layla Fernandez.
Yeah, you did. You did. I know who you're talking about.
And she just had probably the most epic and unexpected US Open run or tennis major run of all time. Yeah, that's a big stretch, Evan. I'm just messing with you.
I feel what he did, bro.
But
yeah.
but okay. So this is what Layla did. She beat the number 1 seed defending champion Naomi Osaka. Then she sat here and she beat another top 5 seed in the world, Elena Svitolina. Almost messed up her name. And then she went on and beat another Grand Slam champion in Angelique Kerber. And then who did she beat in the quarterfinal? Who did she beat in the quarterfinal? She beat another woman whose last name I can't pronounce, and I'm not going to sit here and butcher it on this live podcast. But she went on and she beat her opponent in the semifinal before she eventually lost in the US Open final. However, no one had ever beaten. She is the youngest woman to beat 2 top 5 seeds in a Grand Slam tournament since Serena Williams did it at age 17. Layla is 18, but Serena Williams did it back in 1999 at age 17. And mind you, Serena Williams is still playing tennis.
Mm-hmm.
So that just puts into perspective not only of how old Serena is, but how long she had been doing it. But because I didn't watch the US Open a lot, but I just saw people raving about Layla Fernandez, and to me it's just another young Black queen out here doing the damn thing. And I think people should stand. I'm actually surprised I didn't see more people talking about it the way people was talking about Naomi Osaka. But Layla kind of reminds me of Naomi Osaka. She's very nice and sweet off the court, but on the court, she looks like a fucking killer and she'll rip your heart out. Like she kind of has that killer instinct. And so that is my young up-and-coming athlete, Miss Layla Fernandez from Canada. She's Canadian.
Oh, Canada.
Oh, yeah, maple syrup, eh?
How about them Blue Jays, eh?
He said the Blue Jays.
Oh, yeah, the Edmonton Oilers, eh?
Raptors.
We're going to go and ice fish and play hockey, eh?
Raptors. They suck. Sorry.
Now,
Hey, what's the hockey, man? You're talking to a Leafs fan.
The Toronto Blue Jays.
Listen.
you just
sleepers.
Vladdy.
all
That's all I gotta say.
fan base just now. I want you to know that.
If the Blue Jays make the playoffs, Vladimir
Vladdy
Guerrero
has to get it.
Jr.,
He
the ass of baseball, needs to win MVP.
Vladdy and his wagon
That's how I
ass
can
needs
say.
to make the playoffs and make a World Series run right this instant.
We need the wagon in the World Series.
Yes,
So here,
sir.
Tiny, he's done something we haven't seen in a long time. But look, it's all the same to say when it comes to valuable player and what's his name? Of course, I forgot the most top baseball analyst on ESPN's name. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Yeah, but like you said, it's all about it's difference between valuable and most like the best player. See, a valuable player actually wins helps your team, advance, and that's what like Vladdy's been doing. Otani, he's just been like breaking the records though, but the Angels have just been terrible. But if Vladdy actually gets the Blue Jays to the playoffs, Vladimir, and also he just passed Otani as far as home runs. Vladdy, he's came up. You know, at the time he's used to come up. I say he deserves that AL MVP. All I gotta say,
Vladdy can win the Triple Crown.
hey man, like
Vladdy can win the Triple Crown. Just think.
Sorry,
just think
Ohtani,
about
man.
that.
He's done amazing things this season, but if Vladdy, that Blue Jays, they get to the postseason, he has to get it, man. Shoot.
And the thing that sucks about Ohtani is Mike Trout and Anthony Rendon are hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So their two best players outside of Ohtani are hurt. And Joe Madden just said today, Trout's not coming back. Rendon's out for the season. It's just a shame.
This is a lost season for him.
Gotta wait till next season for the Angels.
The saddest thing is, now you can't help but think 2019 was really the last of 2019 might have been the last of prime Anthony Rendon.
Probably.
Interesting.
I have my star athlete.
Oh, go ahead, man. Sorry for taking it.
No, it's fine. I was gonna say Devontae Friga.
Ooh.
I think that man is a very talented individual. His business acumen is like stellar for him to be doing what he's doing. Like, I guess in the street sense, you know, like him just being a street performer, a street ball player. But like, I think he deserves a shot in like, you know, an organized environment, you know, even to the league for real. G League, not NBA yet. You know what I'm saying?
He's one of the few guys I could see making a transition to some form of organized ball and actually being good, because the thing people misconstrue about, you know, street hooping in NBA or G League or even college, high school, is that size matters. It matters in the professional sense. Like, I always bring up this example because people are like, oh man, he could have made the league. Bruh, the professor would have got destroyed in the NBA. He would have got annihilated because he's a small guard that can only play point guard and can't play a lick of defense. Yeah, he would have been dribbling the air out the ball, but on the other end, what would he have been giving you? Absolutely nothing. Like, we're talking IT's bad. At least IT gives effort. The professor is just not a defender in any sense of the word. He would have got destroyed.
80 points though, or how many points?
Oh yeah, he dropped 80 points in that Pro-Am game. Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I did a Peyton Pritchard that dropped 70 points in a Pro game too. This man went to like what? It was like Iowa, some in the cut state, and like cooked the whole Pro-Am team. I was like
the whole gym.
Peyton Pritchard, the white goat.
Yeah, man. That man's good. He'd be solid. He's gonna be solid. When he was drafted to the Celtics, I was like, he's gonna be a bucket. Even though I personally don't even like the Celtics, but that's for personal reasons.
Bum ass Boston.
See, you guys have a rivalry. Me, I just don't like the Celtics because they've disgraced the Wizards on too many occasions, and I can't stand them. Evan would definitely agree with me on that.
I
saw the face change.
They beat us in 2017 because we ain't have no damn bench, and in the playing game, they paid the refs to rig that shit, dog. They was paying the refs.
Oh my god, bro. And then what made it funny, they got one game from Brooklyn. Yeah, didn't Jason Taylor drop like 50 points?
Mm-hmm.
He dropped like 50.
Jason went off. Jason went the fuck off.
And then Kyrie stepped on Lucky.
Oh yeah, freaking KG and freaking Glenn Davis were going crazy. I was like, y'all need to relax.
They was so far in their feelings, bro.
They was too butthurt, bro. You can't step on Lucky. You tripping, bro. I was looking at this man like, big baby, what you doing, bro?
Bro, I don't even know why KG was mad when he retired. He retired a Timber bitch. He retired a Timberwolf, bro.
You're never saying that to his face. You're never saying that to his face, bro.
Hell no, I wouldn't.
Bro,
I would not say that to his face.
Bro, what makes that so funny? He chose to go to Minnesota.
Take is like, look, you win, you get to talk your shit. So that was just Kyrie talking his shit.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that.
Like, no, what makes it funny, like I said, KG chose to go to Minnesota. He picked the team. He said, yeah, I want to go back and retire a Timber bitch. So, but he is getting his jersey retired in Boston. And finally, they're working to get his jersey retired in Minnesota too, which is really good.
Okay.
It's been long overdue.
This will be one of the rare times you'll ever see me refer to the Timberwolves as the Timber Bitches because I still have respect for that organization because I like Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards. I think they have a squad up there, but we'll see.
Honestly, the reason why I've been chilling on my disrespect of the team, and this is off topic before we go to the next one. This is the last sports thing before I can talk about. We got a lot of fun side stuff we're gonna chat about. But the reason why I clown the Timberwolves so bad is because besides, this season and the last season, they had all opportunity to be a good team. They just chose to be trash. Like this season, Cat was going through a lot. Respect to him. I'm gonna forever say it. This man lost half his family to COVID. And the fact that you didn't see this man complaining, you didn't see him complaining, you didn't see him whining, you didn't see him complain. He was just playing the best he can.
Bro, Lord knows if I was me,
himself, and then the injury
I don't know what I would do when half the shit he went through, bro.
He gets my respect. And I think Anthony Edwards is a very underrated player because one, he's just entertaining. Like every interview with Anthony Edwards is fucking hilarious because he's like such a fool, bro. And his demeanor, bro. He doesn't take shit serious
at all. That's why I like him, bro. It's like he ain't uptight. That's why I like him, bro. Like you know what, Anthony Edwards, he's a one of a kind. Like I like the young dude, bro.
He's about to be the Marshawn Lynch of basketball.
I was just about to say that, bro. He's literally going to be the guy that makes everybody just love tuning in because he's so unserious and such a jokester and such a big personality. People are just gonna watch him, bro. So
that man's a problem though. Like despite the personality, he's talented.
Yeah. That was his
problem. He had like the best dunk in the whole league.
But this man had the dunk of the year, bro.
Bro, that was crazy, bro. And he's only what 6'5", 6'4"?
He's like 6'4". 6'4", got hops like a motherfucker, and he got a body too.
That's
just so crazy.
That dunk was crazy.
But who's he done the fucking water hop? Like I don't even know who that. Bro, he sent that nigga to the shadow realm, bro.
He sent that nigga back to Japan.
Oh my god, yeah, it was Watanabe. I remember that shit, bro. I was sitting there like, yo. Like, and mind you, there was some pretty disrespectful. Like, y'all saw the one where Russ dunked the shot a fucking bitch back. Y'all both.
Nah, y'all need to watch out for Morant though. He gonna catch somebody.
John Morant gonna catch a body, bro.
He's really gonna hurt somebody. When he gets that one dunk with somebody next year or in the time to come, it's gonna be the greatest dunk I've ever seen in a game. I know for a fact. Because he's been trying niggas already. He's been testing.
It's gonna be Rudy Gobert.
I'm gonna laugh if it's Rudy, bro.
Because why not?
Yeah,
because
just
why wouldn't it be Rudy?
I will never forget what DeMar DeRozan posted Rudy back to France, bro. That was one of the wildest dunks I've ever seen. Yeah, I need to go back and watch this shit. I saw that show. I was like, wait, what? This was nasty. What the fuck? There was that one. Y'all remember the one where Russ dunked on Don Maker? Oh my goodness, bro. We got some niggas with bounce in the NBA, bro, and I love it. But let's hop to the next topic, and this is gonna be fun. Certified Lover Boy. Certified Lover
Music.
Boy.
Oh yeah.
Music.
Back on that.
We are late with this, but that's just because we had so much to talk about last show.
Last show we was deep
in convo, bro.
Bag. Shout
Hope
out
y'all
to
listen to that
Young,
too. Throw Young, definitely wouldn't mind having him come back. For sure,
no, he definitely.
We can talk. We
didn't finish that conversation. We didn't even finish that.
We can talk like a part 2 with that. Yeah, that could be like a little sequel, honestly. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah. So, what was your opinion on Certified? It's good that we talk about now because the initial buzz is over. People is kind of like calm down on the initial jump at it. So now, what's your opinion? In my opinion, I'm just gonna go first.
Like a rating out of 10, or just like what's the best song, like your favorite tracks from it? It's actually my favorite tracks, or like honestly, like
I didn't really have a super favorite. There was a few I liked. There was a few I was like, yeah. Feels like honestly, I'm gonna sound controversial for this. This album feels like Drake wasn't tried. It feels like he just did it just because he felt like doing it. Literally repetitive. I know you guys noticed,
like we've been saying,
and it's like that's.
I'm not going to discredit him, but people who claim to hate on it, they're like the people who push the Kanye stands. They do have a point though. It did sound repetitive, but to say it's trash is a reach. But As
I
far
wouldn't
as
say
repetitive,
trash,
yeah,
but
Drake,
it was more like
Drake
recycled.
didn't wasn't, it's like okay, Drake reached his peak. Yeah, I agree, man.
My
That's what I was saying
rebuttal,
at first.
my rebuttal to that is, I feel like with this is kind of like an example of having too much time to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
I think because he kept having to push it back because I guess personal stuff was going on, and then he got injured and this, that, and the fourth. I think he caught COVID too. But I just feel like he had so much time to get it right that I think he kind of just tried to do a little bit too much, and he probably overthought it.
Mm-hmm. There's some songs you could literally say that he was trying too hard.
Cause it's just like when you overthink something, like you keep trying to change it and change it and change it. And then I already know, like, as an artist, as a musician, like you get in that perfectionist mindset. And if you hear like one thing that's off, you're gonna want to fucking trash the whole thing. So
Yeah, I want to trash the whole thing though, because there's definitely some
I
bops
think,
on there, but like some
oh no,
hits,
there's definitely,
sure.
that album, like, to me, it's a regular Drake album.
Yeah,
It's
that
definitely
expectations was high for no reason. That's what
No,
it's
was
like a
no,
vibe. I mean,
the expectations were
because it
high.
took so long to drop. That's why.
But
I think that's why, bro.
And I feel
so
like the
long.
reason, and I feel like a big reason why it's viewed in such a positive light. Not to say it was a bad album, but the reason why it's getting so much positive rep is because people can't listen to it without comparing it to Donda.
Right. Because
Thank you. And like, how come we can't let both albums? And we're gonna get to that point, but I'm gonna get to that point right now. Why can't we let just both albums be great in their own way? It's like we're in this generation society where like everybody on social media in particular. That's why I don't pay attention to social media. We just can't fucking just enjoy, the great artists that we have, current musicians.
We can't enjoy anything.
When we're looking back at, yeah, exactly. Looking back at 10 years or 20
you gotta
years later,
pick a side.
playing back, I was like, nah, we're not gonna pick sides. All gonna be bopping them. Because like the same people who even trash Donda or CLB definitely bumping inside the car, inside the club, just vibe to it regardless. What you gonna do? Fight somebody for playing a certain song? What the fuck is music, bro? And it's good music. Like, come on. And both albums are good, and you can't trash it. And really, CLB to me was actually better than Donda. Really, if we were talking about overall in general, I think it was like overall better because like it's more replay value on Certified Lover Boy. And Donda has this particular tracks in his own way because Kanye definitely always has like his unique way of like, like doing different beats, like different like styles and like the 808s, and like he kind of made it into like a clean version album. It's kind of like a Sunday like album with making a clean version, making still like jam to it. So I like what Kanye did with that. But to me, CLB is something I would like, still like play back over Donda, but still Donda was still great in his own way. We still got to trash one album or the other, bro. And that thing that's been blowing me. That's why I really don't even give my opinion so early on it, because you'll be like, oh, you're hating. I was like, no, man. I literally not hating. I still bump my music and I still bump both albums. And yeah, that's my take on it. I just sick of like, you gotta even trash one or the other, man. It's so annoying.
They're both two different albums.
And they both did silly good. The numbers don't lie. They both did over like 600,000 first week. So what the fuck?
It's like it's
literally, man.
It's like the old LeBron versus Kobe thing. It's like Kanye's Kobe, Drake is LeBron. Like, you keep trying to put them against each other when they're two different players. You're trying to put Donda and Certified Lover Boy against each other when they're two different albums.
Yep, and two different fan bases too. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I think it was Styles P was saying like Kanye literally wrote this album in honor of his mother.
Yeah.
This
Named
is
after his mom.
This is and it's a gospel album. Gospel album.
Respect it. Mm-hmm.
Drake's album is named Certified Lover Boy, and the album cover is a bunch of pregnant emojis.
Which
they're
was
two
funny
different
shit
albums.
to me. Made that laugh.
Bro,
I'm
Drake
sorry,
is.
that made me laugh.
You know
bro.
what? Honestly, and I
They're
like
two-
Drake
they're-
with the
they're-
troll.
they're-
You know, being funny with it. I like that.
They're two different albums. They talk about different types of shit. So I mean, I'm not gonna put them against each other.
May I interject? Oh, go ahead.
Go.
Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. I was done.
I was gonna say the comparisons. So I want to respond to what I forget who said. I think Mark said it. He was like
Yeah.
two different projects, but they're two different fan bases. I will
Yeah,
say I agree with the fact that they're two different projects, but the fan bases I think they are damn near the same. Only because Drake is a direct result of Kanye.
I was just about to say that.
Go back,
He looks up
that's
to
a good point,
Kanye.
though. Yeah.
Drake made So Far Gone based off 808s. You know what I'm saying? So like, first of all, Kanye just shaped the whole music industry with 808s and Heartbreak. Like he invented Cudi, Travis, Drake.
He made that whole lane of sound.
He made that entire lane. But coming full circle, you know, Certified Lover Boy, I think is a solid, great project. Is it his best? No. You
Hell
guys
no. Yeah, that's
earlier,
what I'm saying.
he touched on it earlier saying he just sounded like he wasn't trying. And I believe that's just, you know, the result of being the best, arguably the best artist of your generation for 10 years straight. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have to try, and look at the result. The Billboard shit came out this week.
Yeah, didn't he have like 9 out of the top 10?
He occupied 9 out of the top 10.
Yeah, 9 out of the top 10.
Also, here's the kicker. This nigga occupied, he had the song that we all hate, Way Too Sexy.
It's a funny song.
Thing,
bro.
I actually don't even hate that song. That's actually one of my favorites. I actually like that song.
Bro, it's just a funny ass song. I mean, I don't take the song seriously, bro. It's a fun song, bro.
It's decent, but I feel like it's about to get annoying like real quick.
Oh no,
bro,
yeah.
Drake was just having fun. Drake
was just enjoying himself.
Song to drop, bro. Hey, Drake, Future. Hey, shout out to Future and Young Thug for finally getting their first number one. You know, finally debuting number one in the Billboards. I'm surprised it took Future this long. Honestly,
yeah, that's shocking, honestly. Because I remember back in 2014, bro.
Yeah,
2014, 2015, bro. You couldn't go nowhere without hearing Dirty Sprite 2, bro. That shit was everywhere.
That's
because it's Mask Off.
Yeah.
That's just because it's our.
I thought Mask Off was
Gucci
yeah.
And the Gucci
but Mask Off definitely
thought it was a drought. Let's
not forget the Gucci flip.
Yeah, I thought Future would have had like Mask Off in particular because that was definitely like a marketed song, Mask Off. I thought that went number one at one point because that was definitely like outside of like all fan bases.
The whole killer.
They're still being marketed back when COVID came. The whole
pandemic. Y'all know Mask Off ain't done doing numbers, right?
That's what I'm saying. That song did better. Honestly, I'm surprised the song didn't peak number one when like when everything got shut down. Because like they were gonna remix the Mask Off. And I'm like, bro, people gonna start hearing Mask Off again when stuff opens back up. I was like, I'm surprised Future didn't go number one with that though. But hey, shout out to Future and Young Thug. Hey, they both did it. You know, finally debuted number one on Billboard. You know, so shoot, man.
Yeah, it's like, it's just the hype, you know, and everything. I don't hate Certified Lover Boy. I don't at all. Like I actually enjoy a good part of it. It's just that when you try to compare it to Drake's best work, it's obviously not going to hold up. And like Mark said, we live in a society where everybody's always trying to compare shit. You can't just enjoy what's given. Like Darian said, for so many years, LeBron versus Kobe, who you got? LeBron's this, Kobe's this. Why can't you just enjoy both? Like now, we're having this.
And the sad thing is, we agreed to stop. We all agreed to stop comparing players after Kobe passed away.
People still do it,
and we stopped.
It's getting worse, actually.
I'm not done. Like we stopped comparing people. We stopped comparing people for like a day, and then we went right back on the same bullshit, man.
It's getting worse. Yup. The Twitter trolls just got worse. Like, and really, people are bringing up Kobe's name more and more. I'm like, bro. And now they've slightly been kind of disrespecting Kobe's name here and there with some of the comparisons. I'm like, bro. See, this is why it has to stop, bro. It's just getting worse with like comparisons, especially with like NBA. Outside of music, though, it's kind of off topic, but yeah, I noticed it's getting worse now, man. We really got to stop this, and especially when it comes to music, because we can't enjoy great artists, you know, like while they're here, and once they're gone, everyone wants to cry and everything. Oh, wish they're here and everything. Oh, I was a big fan of this song. Like, let's be real, you're definitely trashing them on social media.
And let's not
Tapping your thumbs,
and let's not forget the age old line. We didn't appreciate them like we should.
And that's gonna be the sad reality with a lot of people, bro. Like this whole Drake, Team Drake, Team Kanye. Why couldn't you like both? Because they're both amazing, great artists.
And people need to stop like clowning Kanye with his mental health too, bro. Like Kanye, he put so much passion into the shit. Like people need to stop clowning him too. Like I understand people control Kanye and Drake. Of course they did some shit to get trolled and everything, but Kanye, he really do be going through it, bro. And honestly, he just wants to be the best. Drop classics. And honestly, that's why he gets upset with himself sometimes. So people need to stop clowning Kanye for real though. Mental health with some of his breakdowns. Those breakdowns, he be dead serious, bro. Like those breakdowns are no joke because I don't even want people to know how that feels. Like, yeah. So yeah, we just gotta stop, trashing one thing on the other because when these artists actually like end up, are gone, you're gonna be looking back at it or like, oh, post you did. I was like, really? Was this you? Was this you in 4K type shit? Yeah, bro. Y'all gotta do better, man. You just gotta do better, bro. Like Gunna, drop that song. Do better, bro.
But
like,
Deshawn sounded like he was about to say something great. So
my bad. I didn't even realize it. Yeah, I wasn't looking at
you're good. I was gonna actually just add to the fact that CLB, this might be an unpopular opinion. This is Drake's best rapping. And I say that in a sense on the tracks where he's rapping, just like strictly barring up. This is his best rapping. Like he said on 7 a.m. and on Bridal Path, as far as the Drake era
that song.
That was a good one. That was another favorite.
The songs where he's just rapping, Champagne Poetry, the second half of Race My Mind, The Remorse. AM, fucking even Knife Talks. The joint with 21.
Yeah, Knife Talk with 21 Savage. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. I love those.
Drake was on that record. Was on the record.
That's my style.
To these niggas, man.
Yeah, that's when Drake's my favorite rapper back.
Shout out to 21 Savage.
Like 09, really, because that's when I think Drake is at his best. And honestly, when I was like a big Drake fan back through 09 through 2011, that's when Drake really got known for his rapping, his bars and everything. And when I feel as though I kind of sort of didn't like Drake when he sort of switched it up to the R&B. I got used to it though, because now I vibe to R&B to relaxing music though, because he can goes to show he can switch it up. But I think that's when Drake was at his best as a rapper. And I agree with you on that. Because I knew with 7 a.m. and Brittle, like Bridal, I kind of sort of like knew how the style was gonna be with that. Because it seemed that with like 9 a.m. and Dallas and everything, and it's other songs just like that. We just strictly goes in. It's kind of like I want to say like a number of bars. Like certain rappers drop 300 bars, 500 bars, something like that. Yeah, that's basically what those songs are like. That's how his songs are like when he titles it like that. So I knew that song was gonna be like that. Definitely one of my favorite tracks. And when he just strictly raps, yeah.
For real.
All right. So just diving off the music. We're gonna dive back to the music talk later. 9/11 just passed. 20-year anniversary of that event. Now, knowing all of us, we were all legit like kids, like extremely young when this thing happened. So
still remember.
I want to ask. I want to ask two questions. What do you remember from that day, and how do you feel about it 20 years later?
I was in DC.
Y'all want to go first?
I'm gonna go last.
Sean, go ahead.
I was in DC when that shit happened, and that was fucking crazy.
Wow.
We was out in the middle of the streets, like the whole school was just evacuated. They sent us home, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on, bro?"
Went to school in DC at the time.
Yeah. But yeah, I just remember chaos, and I remember every single person in my class crying. I'm just like, "Yo, y'all good?" But no, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm saying like,
that was honestly how we all felt. Remember, for everybody listening, remember, we were all
like 5 or 6.
Young.
We're all 5 or 6.
Confused as hell. We didn't know what the hell was going on.
Young. We did not understand anything that was going on.
Right, exactly. Like everybody that's old, freaking like the older generation, you gotta realize all of us are in our like mid-20s. So you gotta think about it. 20 years ago, we all were 5 or 6. So we were not taking shit seriously. But continue. Context matters. So Evan, you want to go next?
All right. So basically, what I remember from that day, I don't remember much, but I'll tell you what I do remember. Well, I was in preschool. Yeah, I was that young. I was in preschool, and then just randomly out of nowhere, like in the middle of the morning, my mom and my dad, like they both came to pick me up from school, and I'm like, wait, really? Already? I mean, okay. And then we just went, home, and then they turned on the news. I I don't think I was in the room. I was either like upstairs. I was either up in my room watching Blues Clues, or I was taking a nap. It was one of the two. Remember, y'all, I was 4 years old at the time. I can't stress that part enough. And then I remember later that day, it might have been afternoon, might have been evening. My mom and my dad were just hugging. I mean, we're just holding each other, and they were crying. And I was just standing in the hallway going, "Yo, did something happen?" Yeah, because like I think I speak for all of us when I say we did not understand what was going on at the time, and it was years before any of us even understood, like even knew what went down, like even knew what was going on, and like the ramifications of
Yeah, I really understood the magnitude of it.
like we didn't understand the magnitude of it. And it's like we didn't understand the magnitude of it. We didn't understand what happened. We didn't understand why it happened. So this was just a lot of knowledge that was missing in our brains that wasn't filled in, and these pieces didn't come into the puzzle for like years for us.
Yeah, like for years later, like probably for me, what I remember that day, I was in. Was I at Cooper Lane yet? Was I at Cooper Lane? I'm just gonna say I was at Cooper Lane. So I was at Cooper Lane Academy. You know, you land over people that listen to you know where that place is at. So I remember we were just in class, and all I remember is they're cutting school early. My dad is rushing to come get me. Like I'm talking hauling ass. Like I remember my dad running in like, "Where's my son? Where's my son?" I'm sitting here confused. I'm like, "I'm right here. What's going on?" So like Evan said, the context is like very important. I'm like 5. Yeah, I'm 5 at the time. So I don't. I'm just gonna say I was at Cooper Lane. So literally come home chilling. I remember on the news. I actually do remember them talking about it on the news at the time. So I do remember that. And then later on the day, I just remember my parents going crazy, calling people, making sure people good, and like coming to learn years later about it and the ramifications and what happened and truly what was going on. I was like shocked. I was like, oh shit. Like it's like when you're younger,
like that moment where like you just get flooded with information, and all you could just say is, "Damn."
right? Like when you're younger, you've seen or there's an event that happened, and when you were young, you didn't understand it. Then like 10 years later, you find out that was like one of the craziest things that could possibly happen. That's literally how a lot of us was. Like honestly, I don't think a lot of us fully got the context until maybe like late middle school or early high school. Because I remember every day we were in school 9/11, we'll watch videos about it, we'll read about it, we'll discuss about it. So over the years, as you get
Yeah,
more and more
like
information, it was like,
yeah.
oh wow, we get to fully realize, oh shit, this was a big fucking deal.
Yeah,
Like
because
this wasn't a joke.
I remember my process. I found out what happened like the end of elementary school, like fourth grade.
Mhm.
I found out who did it around sixth grade, and I found out why it happened, like the events leading up to it. I found that out about 10th, 11th grade.
Yeah, like high school. High school is when you fully get to grasp the ramifications of it. You're like, oh shit. like,
and
like
and, and,
literally.
and that was around the same time I figured out like the changes that came about because of 9/11 that's still around today, like the security at airports.
100%.
Yeah,
Man.
for sure.
And also one last thing, and I'm gonna let you go, Mark. Like 9/11 was really the first time for a lot of like like for DMV resident, like DMV area natives like us, where like we know now, like DC is a live city to go to, but like you got to know when to go to DC and when to not go into DC. And for a lot of us, 9/11 was the first time where what I mean, and not necessarily for my generation, but like for those that are just like in their 30s and 40s, 9/11 was probably the first time that they looked at DC and said, "Yeah, you can't go in there today." Because like that's real, y'all. Like DC is a live place and all, but you gotta know when not to go into DC.
Yeah,
Because
it's
you
like
can't,
having a sixth sense, man.
because you can't just go in there anytime, any day. Like you gotta know when not to go in, when to stay away from DC.
Not against any major city, honestly, but it's like in DC particular because the character of DC. We just talked about it last week with Through on Young. There's a lot of gatekeepers in the city that don't like people
No,
that
not
don't
not
live in
not
the city coming
not not
in.
even not even gatekeepers. It's just like the times when it's going to be a lot of like military
And I was just about to say
national
that too.
and National Guard. Like that's
Yeah.
that's what I was
Cities like on
referring to.
lockdown type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
like
that's
we
what I
seen
was
in
just about to
January
say too.
6th.
Like
Yeah,
other
like
events such as the
like
military,
protests and
National
stuff.
Guard, protests, all types of great stuff. But like I said, I feel like that's a really case in almost every major city. It's just hiding because DC's the capital of the country. So it's just like
Yeah,
you kind of have to think
yeah.
about it in an extra sense, like, oh shit, yeah, this is going down. You know, I'm not about to go there. I'm about to stay in my house and chill. But yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Remember when 9/11? Yeah, I remember I was in preschool, 4 years old, because I remember it's pretty much just been like about a decade. So I was like 24 now. So I was in preschool at Grace Brethren Christian Academy. I was out there over in Clinton. And I remember
Oh, I
school
know
was
about that
randomly let
school.
out
I know
early.
about that school.
Yup, yeah, Grace Brethren. That's not too far. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yup. And like school just randomly let out early. I just saw like I was just sitting in class and it was just midday. I don't even remember like the time or nothing like that, but school just let out early and I was just waiting, it was just a normal time, like they're just rushing to get us all out the building and everything. It was the kind of like an emergency, just like let out. I'm just like, why are we getting I didn't know why we're getting let out early. I was kind of happy just to go home and see my parents and everything. And I see my mom just rushing to get me, and they're kind of sort of just like, in panic mode or something like that. I don't know what's going on. I'm a young kid, and they're just like talking a lot. I just see a bunch of like the adults, everything just rushing to get their kids, just like buses flowing. And I just see kind of people just in a little bit of a frenzy. I didn't know any details of what was going on until I got home that day. They turned on the news and I heard my parents just talking about just talking, and then I just see like this plane that the news actually replay, all the news stations just replay this plane just flying into like a building, the Twin Towers, the World Trade Center, just like flying into it. I'm as a kid, I'm just like, what in the world? I'm just like, I was still kind of confused because this plane just crashed into a building. And just looking back at it later and later, I was looking at like a live event of just like an actual terror attack in like one where I live in my own country, like of a terror attack where like thousands of people are just losing their life, showing like on live TV, bro. I'm just like, wow. And as a kid seeing that, like 4 years old, looking back at that, I'm just like, what the fuck? They like that really happened, and I didn't know what was going on. I don't know how I would, like, God forbid if something like that ever happens again. Because you seen emergencies happen on our soil with like protests and stuff, but yeah, it was just like amazing what I experienced like early on as a child and looking back at it. And of course I learned about 9/11. Like I actually got more details about 9/11 later on, one like really in elementary school, like when I was really like 8, 9 years old. I learned about how like why security is so tight down at airports, kind of like what Evan mentioned and everything. I totally understand now. And I'm looking back, I was like, damn, that really happened that day. And then later on in high school, I saw like actual documentaries. I took like a social issues class, and I saw documentaries that show like 9/11. It's actually a brand new documentary that's on Hulu. I'm gonna get into that probably later on tonight or whenever I know I feel like it. Yeah, they're gonna. It's like kind of like a series documentary that shows like more details about 9/11. And it's just like, man, that was a crazy time in the country, and just like average day. Really, the country was like in chaos. It was almost like shit. It's just everyone's like free for all, just like stuff everywhere. You didn't know where to step, where to go. That's when like it was really just like almost like a movie like setting, emergency like setting, but it was real. And as a kid, I was just happy I was able to be safe and had like a household, and just all my family was together. Of course, as my sisters were young and everything like that. Also, yeah, I remember I was with my sister as well. She was like Grace brother too. She's only like a year older than me. Yeah, Faith, she was with me as well, and we both got picked up at the same time. I was happy I was with her during that time and everything. So we were both confused at the time. And my other sister, I believe my parents already got my other sister because my other sister went to school in DC at the time. So I can imagine the shit. Like my parents had to, my mom had to put up with getting her. I believe my dad had to left work early. He wasn't even with us when we got picked up from school. So yeah, I just hope America, we did not have to deal with no bullshit like that again. Like I can't say again, knowing how America is, but because anything can happen. But hopefully not anytime soon. And yeah, man, because now I don't know how I'll react to that now, how people will react in this day and age, and with the social media age. But yeah, man, I remember that day like it was like yesterday, looking like back at the videos and everything of just like the plane crashing into the fucking World Trade Center and thousands of people just like losing a life like that. That's some wild shit, honestly.
But so before I go, did any of y'all like know anybody that was in the towers that was in the Pentagon?
Luckily, I
No.
did not.
Yeah, luckily I didn't. Yeah, because I can imagine all those victims, like the people who knew victims and like actual family or friends. And that's why I hate when people crack jokes about 9/11 because like, bro, people really lost loved ones. And yeah.
All right. So before I go in, so you mentioned that you went to Grace Brethren. Well, he's not my stepbrother anymore, but my stepbrother actually went to high school at Grace Brethren down there in Clinton. And I used to go up there because he played on the basketball team. So I used to go up there, used to practice with him and everything. Coaches knew me, this, that, and forth.
Oh wow.
But yeah. But anyways, that day was weird because I was only 3. Like 9/11 happened literally 13 days before my birthday. And I remember I was at Kitty Academy at the time, the one in Oxon Hill, which is still there. And I know my mom came and got me. And actually, no, I don't even think I was at Kitty Academy. I think I was still at my old babysitter's house. But anyways, my mom came and got me early. And really, like all I can remember is she came to get me, and we're sitting in the house, and I'm in the, I'm sitting there laying with her, and she's just freaking crying. So again, I'm 3. I don't really know what happens. And that's really all I can remember. So fast forward to, I think I'm in about 5th or 6th grade. I think I'm in 5th grade. And it's 9/11, and they're telling us what happened. And that was the first time that I saw the plane actually fly into the Twin Towers. And when I heard that the towers fell. And then I heard about the Pentagon and stuff stuff like that. And me as a kid, when I hear stuff, I'm the type to like, I will deep dive into like everything. So I'm on YouTube, like just watching videos like, damn, what really happened? So I'm seeing all the videos and stuff that's going on, and I'm just like, shit. Like, this is actually fucking wild. And like, I'm the type of person where if I really get into something, like, it kind of consumes me. It got so bad. 9/11 is part of the reason why I'm scared of flying. Why I'll never get on a plane. And then just keep fast forwarding, and we're going through like the casualties and again more videos. And then my mom was telling me, so my cousin, who I call uncle, so I'm gonna just say uncle, my uncle used to work for the FAA. He was in the Air Force. My uncle used to work at the Pentagon. My uncle was at the Pentagon when the plane hit. Whenever I asked him about it, he really didn't give me any detail about what happened. He just says that it was crazy, that there was just people running around, there was a lot of smoke, but he was fine. And I remember my mom telling me that people was calling and this, that, and the fourth, like crying, trying to make sure, is, because we call him Uncle Bubba. Well, I call him Uncle I call him Uncle Bubba, so they call him Bubba. So they was like, "Is Bubba okay? Is Bubba okay? Call him. Have you heard from him?" But they heard from him, and he was good. So I actually watched a documentary on Netflix about what happened, and it was saying everything about how stuff went down and even like the aftermath of it. And I would like to say this is not the first time that we had gotten attacked on American soil. This is the first time that we had gotten attacked on the mainland, because Pearl Harbor. This reminds me a lot of Pearl Harbor, because back in 1941, when the base in Hawaii got bombed, it was kind of the same thing. Where it's kind of like we're really not in any shit. Like, we know World War II is going on, but we're kind of like, we're trying to stay as far away from it as possible. And I think with 9/11, I think we had done something to piss somebody off. Obviously we pissed somebody off, but like this whole like never forget, this whole like just replaying everything that goes on, which for one I'm not really mad at, because it's still, it's 20 years, it's really still fresh. And then
those wounds have never healed, man.
Yeah, it's really still fresh. We still have. Wait, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. The other thing that reminded me about 9/11, that reminded me of Pearl Harbor, is after Pearl Harbor happened and we declared war on Japan, the Japanese folks that had nothing to do with Pearl Harbor, they were getting profiled, they were getting beat up. They even got sent to camps. I don't think they weren't as bad as the concentration camps in Germany, but they got sent to labor camps. And it was so bad for the Japanese that the Japanese Americans, they were like, we would rather stay in the labor camps than go back into the real world in America, because we don't know how they're going to treat us. And after 9/11, you just had so many folks that were just so enraged when they found out that the people that did these attacks were from Al Qaeda, and that they were Muslim, and that they were Middle Eastern, that anyone that looked like they were a Middle Eastern, anyone that had that accent, anyone that had the name Muhammad in their names, they were getting profiled, they were getting treated poorly, hell, even killed. And I think that with 9/11, like, we also have to remember the people that did die, but that died in the attacks directly, and all the families that were affected by it. But we also have to remember, have to pray and think about the people who were killed from the hate crimes after 9/11. It's still now. I was talking to a guy the other day, who told me that his ex-girlfriend, her father, when she brought him home and like she got to meet him, her dad, who was in the military, he was in the Navy, that nigga automatically hated him. He ain't even said two words to him. Just because he's brown with an accent and has a beard. Like,
9/11 really started a lot of the the Muslim terrorist bomber stereotypes that we see today. It was the beginning of it.
Yeah, and
it's not really ever like died down. If anything, any crazy thing happened from the area, Iraq, Afghanistan, Iran, the jokes just get more and more. So it's just like 9/11 is an event that started off so many things that a lot of people don't talk about. Like,
And
it's
one of
more than just, my bad. I'm gonna let you go, Deshawn. But it's more than just like the insecurities of people and everyone looking at certain people a certain way and treating them horribly. it also started a mentality that these people that fit the description, they're naturally dangerous. It's just like how, we all black. We all talk about how, you can't be a group of black people at the store because then the security could be looking like, oh, these niggas finna steal something. Or these niggas not finna to any good. It's kind of the same thing we're talking about here. Like, not anyone who fits that description, got big crazy beard, got brown skin, they classify themselves as Muslim, they're seen as aggressive. When if you really actually know the Muslim religion, 95% of them are peaceful. The extremist amount is very small. Half my family's Muslim, and you don't see them going crazy. So it's just like, it's like in the society we live, context is very, very,
And then
very, very
to add
important.
on to that, to typecast the Muslims as violent, especially if you're a Christian like me, that's kind of hypocritical
Very hypocritical.
because bro, if you open up any history book, do you know how many wars were fought over Christianity? Because there was a lot of them.
Oh my god!
It was a lot of them, dog.
A lot.
And also, Islam is one of the more peaceful religions. And the thing is, like, it's only that small group.
Literally 5%.
It's literally that
5%.
small group that's radical, like that. A lot of Muslims are peaceful people.
They're more peaceful than Christians, and that's saying something.
Yeah,
That's
honestly, it's certain
hilarious.
Christian groups. Yeah, it's certainly we talk about that because, like, it's just like when I was at Bowie State in particular. Like, I'm not gonna say no names because, like, that's why I'm only really involved in my church in particular, and I would never really join any Bible study groups outside of my church because it's certain Bible study groups I've tried out when it comes to Christianity. It just I did not like their vibe. And yeah, I just because cult like it felt cult, yeah, it felt cult like.
I'm gonna
And
say
know
this
what?
again.
And just like and I had like a friend who was a Muslim as well of Islam. Just like he said, he wanted to go to a certain mosque because he said he wasn't liking the vibe either. Every religion has those certain people who just are just not right. Their intentions aren't good. Just twist religion. It just messes up, and not everyone's intentions are good. It ain't even about the religion at the end of the day. And there you both have points about that when it comes to Christianity and like Islam, man. And yeah, and I understand that. That's why you have a point with like talking about how people talk about how like Islam is like a violent religion, but Christianity, the history behind it and everything. Yeah, man. I got weird vibes from certain Bible study groups. I will not join a certain group of Christians, and some denominations. It's just like, yeah, I'm African Methodist Episcopal, and that's what I know by. And of course, I love like Jesus and I know my church and everything. And I respect people who like it, man. But it's just like certain groups, yes, bro.
And just
Evan,
to
And
go
let
ahead.
me
Go
tell you,
ahead.
let me
Yeah,
tell you.
Evan, go ahead, and then Deshawn can go.
I'm gonna just be quick.
Yeah, be quick.
The Bible is the most misinterpreted work of literature of all time. The most misinterpreted book of all time. And I say that because the Bible tells us at least 20 different ways to love your neighbor and to treat other people with respect. Because at the end of the day, we're all the same. We're all made in God's image. The Bible says this at least 20, 30 different
And who
ways.
would it judge anybody?
And to not judge
And who
people
would it
too.
judge
And
anyone?
to not judge people.
Bitch.
But then somehow people got racism, sexism, and homophobia out of that. I don't know how they did it, but they did.
No, that's facts. And I was just gonna like offer another perspective of like the result of 9/11, besides our country becoming like xenophobes, I think
That was the perfect word to use. My bad to cut you off. But continue.
the negative effect that it has resulted in our government, the Patriot Act, the NSA, and how these motherfuckers literally are watching us right now as we're using our phones or devices, and just
Probably listening, honestly.
how much access they have to us as as Americans is just like, that's just a whole nother conversation. But just 9/11 spawned a lot, and like I said, us as a country becoming xenophobes, and then just like the breach in security and privacy within us as civilians is just like,
It's
that's a whole.
absolutely crazy.
And it's
It
crazy
really is.
Because when you really think about where America is compared to where like the world is and all the people that we've been fighting, America is basically on an island by themselves. When you really think about it, America is in the perfect place to where they really can't get attacked because you need to move a little bit closer to get to us. The only reason why Japan was able to get to us so easily was because Hawaii and Japan's not that far when you really compare it to everywhere else.
It's not.
And even still, Japan had aircraft carriers like halfway along the line where the planes took off from. But with like 9/11 just had just the whole country scared to where they was like, okay, this is not going to happen again, which is like what Deshawn said is what created the NSA, the Patriot Act, and all this other shit to where we're basically being watched. FBI agent, I want some Chick-fil-A, please. But
And a glazed donut, that'd be nice.
And let me get the Giannis special, the half lemonade, half Sprite.
this fucking fat ass wants a donut.
And I want a 60-piece nugget, not 50, not 40. I want a 60-piece nugget.
With barbecue, honey mustard, buffalo, and ranch. To be all.
But I think it just sent us into like a frenzy. Because again, we don't get attacked. And the thing is, they knew that they couldn't just come in and just fucking attack us. Like the dudes that did it, like they came in years before this attack even happened, and they blended in with us because we're such a melting pot, and they used that against us.
It's funny how I just had a funny think about it. I'm going to say this, and then we're going to go to the last topic, because the last topic's funny as hell. I have some funny, interesting stuff to say about it. It's funny how with the whole 9/11 thing, I don't know if you guys have seen it. I know that some people watching haven't seen it, but Money Heist, one of the hardest shows around. When you really think about it, there's a lot of correlations to 7/11 in that show. So I said 7/11, Jesus, 9/11.
You really want that glazed donut, don't you?
But like my mind's like, oh,
my man's mindset on a glazed donut and one of them Arizonas.
Yep, you already know them sweet seeds.
He want that spicy bite glizzy. That's what
I've been exposed, no. Hey, yo, nah, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell y'all the funniest story before I tell what I'm about to say. Arnold, I love you, bro, but what you did was wild as shit. And
Let's not
Mark
talk about that.
and Darian, I'm just gonna say it quickly, bro. So we literally will visit our man's Khalil. Shout out to Khalil. I know you watch the show. Appreciate you, bro. But we went to 7-Eleven, right? This man Darian got the big old spicy bite, right? And what made it wild, but did you put like nacho cheese on it or something like that, bro? Like you was wild.
The chili cheese dog.
Bro, the moment Darian did that, bro, Arnold chased this nigga around the entire 7-Eleven, bro. Literally, the entire 7-Eleven. That shit was one of the funniest shits I've ever seen. Arnold, you are a funny ass nigga for that. But let me continue what I was saying. With Money Heist, if you realize, you kind of look at, there's a lot of parallels to 9/11 because the heist was planned years and years in advance. Like they did super ultra mega planning. They watched patterns, everything. They went into deep 300 IQ stuff to make sure that heist would go as flawless as it did. So it's like 7-Eleven. Oh my goodness, 9/11. Godly, I'm not doing this again. But 9/11 was
on the
truly,
brain.
but I'm dead. Y'all
Lizzie
wild.
on the brain.
Speaking of Money Heist, have you watched the new season yet?
Yes, I've seen it.
Okay, don't say anything because
I'm not saying a word. I'm not spoiling anything for anyone that hasn't seen the new part. But it's a good show. You should definitely check out Money Heist. But yeah, like 9/11 has also, in terms of just literature, visual arts, it's done a lot of things and impacted in so many ways you can't even like name one single place for it. But we're going to the last topic. I'm looking forward to this because this is gonna be funny. I already know somebody's gonna say some crazy stuff, and I'm ready for it. Would you ever date or become close friends with your friend's ex? Mind you, Darian, I'm gonna ask you this because you're the one that made this up.
Yes.
Which friend is this? Like, is this like the gang? Is it like somebody you hang out with on a regular basis, or is it just someone you call a friend? Because there's
Sea
two.
lions.
I was just thinking about like a friend in general. Like, would you do that?
The context matters, man. Because if it's just somebody I know, I'm
I would
not
say, all right. I would say gang.
okay.
Is it squad? Well, if it's
Okay,
squad, nah,
squad. No, no, I'm
no,
not
that's a
doing it.
bro. Especially if it's
But
bro
yeah,
code,
yeah. If
bro
it's like,
code. No,
especially if it's
bro,
like when like
bro
squad, like
code.
people
Fuck
we
no,
hang out
bro.
with enough, no. But if it's just a
Yeah, bro.
friend, like if it's just somebody I know, I'm not gonna care. Because if it's someone I barely see or never talk to, and they're not gang or squad, I'm not gonna care. I'm not
If
saying
it's somebody I know
I'm
of,
going to be like
yeah,
outrageously. Oh, I'm aiming for it. But I'm saying if it happens, it happens. It don't, it don't. But if
yeah, I
it's
want
like
to
a yeah,
purposely go after that. Yeah,
but yeah, if it's
that's a good
somebody
point.
like I'm kicking with, no, I'm not breaking the bro code. No. Hell
Yeah,
no.
that's a good point. Basically, yeah, if it's like, yeah, I'm not breaking a bro code, or let's say if it's somebody I know of, I'm not going to care that much, but at the same time, I'm not going to purposely aim after that person. It's just like I know the DMV in particular, like where we live, is a very small area, so like I'm not going to purposely do
Oh yeah,
that. It's just
DMV is
meant to
small,
be,
bro. You know everybody through
yeah.
We
somebody.
all
It's so
Hmm.
stupid. So
Right. But
stupid.
yeah, exactly. So I'm not gonna purposely aim like so the answer for me is no. That's like one breaking the bro code, just simply not gonna do that because it's one of unless I give somebody the green light to do that, and I really don't give a fuck, yeah. But honestly, if I know I'll be sick if like one of my bros, like one of y'all, or like somebody I know did that to me,
Hell no, yeah, I
like
wouldn't do
yeah,
that.
I'll be ready
That's
for the
wild.
smoke, yeah, but it'll be
Thanks,
a
I'm ready
quiet
for
Yeah,
the
one.
smoke.
But yeah, but if it's like
exactly.
He
yeah, if
said,
it's like
bro,
somebody I
you
know
got put
of
up
and
the
I really like
hands,
know 'em,
bro.
if it's like somebody I know of or something like that, and shit's coming about, and they don't even give a fuck, and they hear about it, and they have their own thing going on, then yeah, the fuck. Then other than that, yeah, but I'm not gonna purposely aim after that. I'd rather not go after a shorty that's like known to be around somebody I know of, bro. It's just weird. I like to be low key anyway. It's literally in my name, lay low, but fuck it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's just
I was
weird.
I
It's
was
just
about
too
to I
many
was
Cause
about
options
to
out here,
my,
bro.
cause my
Too many
whole
options
kill is
out here. It's weird, bro. Why would you want to
my
bump into somebody you know about? It's like to me, you have weird intentions behind that shit, bro. Knowing a nigga never somebody else been in that already. Weird to me, man.
my whole kill is the moment like you start dating one of my guys, and I know you're dating one of my guys. That's when I stop going after you. If I was in the first place, that's when all that is dead. Like that's when it's dead to me because it's like if you're trying to ruin my man's life, you not gonna get me involved.
facts.
You not gonna have me
Nah, for
because
sure.
one thing about me, I hate drama. I absolutely cannot stand
Can't
drama.
stand it. Can't stand it.
So I do everything in my power to make sure I'm not in no type of situation. So it's like if you want to get back in my man's, guess what? You gonna have to find some other way. You're not doing it through me. You wanna ruin his life? You're not gonna do it through me. You want to make an example out of somebody? It ain't gonna be me. That's just me.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's real, bro. And like I said, I'm
I
the
feel
same. It literally just depends. Like I said, sorry to cut you off there, but it's literally depends. Like if you're talking like someone I hang out with enough, like someone I actually have a bond with in the friendship with, yeah, of course. But if it's like a mutual friend of a mutual friend, like if it's basically just someone I know, I'm not gonna care. I'm not saying I'm aiming to do it, but it's like I'm not even gonna be like, oh shit, no, I'm good. No, that's not really breaking the bro code. Be breaking the bro code is like I said, us four that's on this call, we go out, we having fun, and we at the bar or something, and one of y'all's talking to a shawty, y'all bagger, y'all start talking, it gets a little serious or whatever. Of course we're all gonna support each other, obviously, we bros. Then y'all break up and y'all have a rough patch. And then shawty come to me, trying to talk to me, I'm gonna be like, I'm hitting that block button. No. Like I'm like, nah,
Like
man.
the
I'm
only
not fucking with the sucker bitch.
the only situation I could think of that may be a kind of exception if y'all broke up, but it wasn't like a bad breakup, y'all just decided to just split up, then like we could be cool like as friends, but nothing more than that.
Yeah, hell no. Not we ain't going out. Talk about some, yeah, bro. I'm about to take your old girl. I'll be like,
Like, no. We ain't going out unless the whole squad with me.
no
We
bull.
ain't going.
No bull, bro.
See, no. See, look, you trying to catch me. I know you got your people right around the corner, but guess what? Hey, 4K right back. 4K right back. What's good?
You stupid.
Stop, bro.
No. We gonna have ourselves like a Wild West standoff and like the Buffalo Wild Wings. You try.
Shout out to Buffalo Wild Wings and them fries, man. I love their fries.
All right, so my standpoint on it, and for me, it's strictly for people that like if it's someone like y'all again, like y'all, like you said, Evan. If you bring a girl around, she's off limits. But if it was someone that say like someone that like it's some dude I haven't talked to in years, you know, then it's kind of like, all right, it's fair, it's fair game. And then for me, like, even if like one of like if it was to happen, like you kind of got to look at your man, like, because even if you like brought her around a lot, or even if you brought her around just a little bit, like that tells me you've been eyeing her. Like, and you know, don't date a fine woman if you can't handle the fact that she's fine and that niggas will look at her. But I always feel like if that's your man, you're not gonna sit there and like you're gonna show respect to your bro. Like to me, that's just fucking somebody over. And plus if it's bad, like if it's bad and I don't even care how long it has been, like if it's bad and you've seen like the turmoil that this person had gone through, and you've seen like how you've seen and you heard the stories about how this person just made this person's life a living hell. Like, why would you do that? You know? Especially if cuz really cared about the person. But yeah, I wouldn't do it if it was gang. I wouldn't do it if it was even someone that I called like a friend, like someone that, even if it was like someone that I talked to like every like other like week or something like that. But if it's like some dude I hadn't talked to in a minute, but it's just like there's no beef, like we cool, then it's just kind of just like small world.
Right. Definitely. Deshawn, what do you have to say about it? If you see it, but I think
I am not here for any of that. I think it's really just it's principle, man. It's just principle. So
man, I feel that. I understand that. So we at the end, man. So definitely, I know you just dropped a new tape, new project. Definitely talk about it, brother. This is your space, man. That's your time to promote your stuff. And also, any questions that the guys have for you, they can go ahead and ask. I don't really have anything to ask you.
God,
Just trying to hear a little bit more, of that work, man. Because Sanford had to cut on before we started recording. He was testing it to see if it worked. I just want to hear some more of your music, man.
And it's gonna be. Oh, wow! So you silly I can talk.
Wait, this man been lagging by all means,
Sanford, you gotta bless the people, my G.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, we hear you. We hear you good now. You was kind of lagging a little bit, but yeah, man. I mean, like I said, we could play one. You just tell me which one to play. Cause we already played Ace Up My Sleeve. We played that one. So if you want to play another one, go ahead. Just tell me. I'll pull it up and rerun it.
I'm trying to play that Make 'em Dance joint. That's the one I talked about in the beginning of the episode, that Make 'em Dance joint. So I was listening to that before the episode. Before I hopped on.
I can literally start playing that joint right now. It's up to this man, bro.
Oh my bad. On the play, I think you gotta do respect due. Only because of the
Got you. So you said make him dance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm about to run that. Just hold up just a second. So y'all about to hear some greatness. About to be dope. Let's get it.
conversation that's in.
Oh no!
Damn,
This one's
we
sliding
gotta edit
really
this.
bad. Yeah, we gotta clear this one out, man.
Yeah, don't play this. I wouldn't even play the song yet. Yeah.
And I feel like
She didn't even realize we even talking. Damn.
Oh no!
Oh, let me see. I'm about to do this real quick.
You probably didn't hear nothing from me and you just said about the song there.
Shawn G, I'ma make him dance to this. Hey, yeah, this the realest shit. Go ahead, wave your hands to this. It's a celebration shit. Shawn G, I'ma make him dance to this. Don't think too much, stay calm and relax. No, times is hard, but they ain't where we at. I know niggas wake up sometimes and choose violence. I wake up and get pussy, I'm your highness. Wetness all around, I feel like an island. King of MD, I just might be a tyrant. Speaking on my future, yes, cause I'm a psychic. Saying what I feel, so fuck who don't like it. Fuck who don't like it. Flow so enticing, hits just like Tyson. Yeah, hits like Ken Griffey, or maybe it's Penn Griffey. Right now I'm like Bryson. I might just go diamond, just about time in planetary alignment. Ooh, I'm gossip, I'm shining, I am the shit, and y'all need reminding. This right here is a real good feeling. Top of the world, good view, I'm chilling. Drink in my hand that I keep spilling, but I don't give a damn, cause damn, I'm winning. Ayy, pour another round, open up a bottle, toast to the sound. Yeah, the number one sound. Go ahead and enjoy, this is life right now, aight? Raise a glass to this. We can cheers to this. It's a celebration shit. Shawn G, I'ma make him dance to this. Hey, yeah, this the realest shit. Go ahead, wave your hands to this. It's a celebration shit. Shawn G, I'ma make him dance to this.
Oh, that joint was tough.
Oh, that was cool, man. Yeah, for real, man.
I fuck with that song heavy.
See that right there? That right there, song of the year 2021.
It was giving me.
Yeah, I fuck with it. It was a vibe.
It was giving me outside vibes, bro.
And honestly, the record doesn't really do justice. Like that joint with the AirPods in, one of the good speakers. I fuck with it, bro. Like, yeah, for real. You did your thing on that.
Speakers
matter.
matter.
The whole.
Oh, you muted, man.
I was talking the whole time. That's funny.
Yeah.
Thank you. It took me 2 years to make that, man. Like I said, I just took my time, and yeah. That's
Hey,
I
man,
all
like how you said
trust the
that quality,
process, man.
bro. I like how you
Trust the
said it on
process.
quality, though, because rappers like you trying to rush stuff. Like it's all about quality, like for real, man. Like take all the time you need. And replay value. That's what it's all about when it comes to music, man. Stuff you can like play back.
I don't rush nothing. That's my equation. I'm not on anybody else's time but my own. In all regards. That's just music, everything. You know, I don't rush nothing, you know.
Definitely. Like I said, everybody, this is our boy Shawn G. That was Life Right Now. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, all platforms you can find it. And that was Make 'Em Dance. That was definitely a highlight for me because I've listened to the whole project, but I haven't listened to like it recently. So that was kind of, reminded me of the dopeness, man. So you keep doing your thing, man. Keep taking your time, keep mastering the craft, man. That's great. Because like Mark said, a lot of artists nowadays, they're making recyclable music, dropping tapes every other month, sometimes dropping tapes every 2 months. Is like the art of an artist taking their time to truly create a beautiful sound. I feel like that's kind of lost mostly on the mainstream. You still have some artists that kind of take the time, to dive into the music, but more times than not, you hear people, man, I'm dropping tapes every month. I'm like, man, it's cool that you're pumping out music, but your music's not going to have substance. It's not going to have quality. It's not going to have value. It's going to sound like Mark says a lot of time, recycle bullshit.
Or fast food music, put it like that.
That trash
Yeah.
music. That joint you listen to it once, so you throw it away. Like for real. So appreciate the time that you're taking and doing to that, bro. That's special. And I hope you continue to do your thing, man.
Thank you, man. Stay tuned. I got some other shit in the
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Stay actually.
And I'll be in the lookout.
Yeah,
shoot, more creativity, more content. Hey.
Stay tuned.
Definitely. So reach the end, everybody. Like I said, thank you for tuning in. Know the gang. We see you. We appreciate you. Shout out to the friends, the family, the loved ones. I continue pushing the pod and doing God's beautiful work. Anything y'all gotta say before we clock out for the week?
As usual, every week, Arsenal stinks.
Fly Eagles fly. 1-0. We lead the NFC East division.
Well, by the time we record our next
number one in the
podcast,
NFC East. Love to see it.
by the time we record our next podcast, that's going to be Washington at the top of the division.
Ew. Imagine that. Who do y'all play? Matter of fact, no, y'all play the Giants.
We play the Giants.
Oh, y'all should win tomorrow. Oh, that's tomorrow, actually. Y'all should win. I'll be looking at that.
You guys have a beautiful, blessed week. And we are out.